Okay, so I just read that ONNX Runtime can actually speed up both inference and training for machine learning models. That's pretty wild.
Right? It's designed to work across different platforms too. That opens up a ton of possibilities for developers.
Exactly, but wait, doesn't that mean you can use it with models from TensorFlow and PyTorch as well? How does that even work?
Yeah, it's amazing. It supports models from several frameworks, which means you don't have to stick to just one. But there must be trade-offs, right?
Good point. I wonder if there are limitations when it comes to optimizing certain models specifically.
Well, the performance can vary based on the model and the hardware. Not all hardware will give the same boost.
That's interesting. So the idea of hardware acceleration, doesn't that imply additional complexity for developers?
Definitely. They need to consider the compatibility of their models with various hardware options, which can be a headache.
Speaking of headaches, I heard that adding ONNX to PyTorch training scripts is as easy as one line of code. Is that for real?
Yeah, it really is. That simplicity is a big selling point, but I wonder if it oversimplifies things.
Right? Like, is it really that easy? Does that mean it won't work for all types of models?
That's something to think about. They might be targeting common use cases, but not all edge cases.
That makes sense. So what happens if a developer runs into issues? Is support readily available?
Good question. They have a GitHub page for feedback and issues, but I wonder how responsive they are.
Yeah, community support is huge. If there's a delay in responses, it could really slow down development.
Exactly. And speaking of development, I think the telemetry data collection might raise eyebrows for some users.
Oh, definitely. I mean, usage data can improve products, but it feels a bit invasive.
Totally. Some users might feel uncomfortable with their data being collected, even if it's for a good cause.
It's a fine line to walk, but let's pivot back to performance. What's your take on the optimization techniques they use?
Graph optimizations can make a huge difference, but I wonder if they can handle every scenario effectively.
Right? Not all models are created equal, so what works for one might not be as effective for another.
Agreed. It's like a tailored suit, fits perfectly for one person but may fall short for another.
I love that analogy. So if they release a roadmap for upcoming features, what should we be looking for?
Improvements in multi-node training for sure, but also, I hope they focus on expanding support for more hardware.
Definitely, and I wonder if they'll address some of the existing limitations in their next release.
That would be a smart move. Users want something reliable and efficient, especially in production.
Speaking of production, what do you think about the potential cost savings for businesses using ONNX?
That's a huge draw. Faster inference can lead to better customer experiences, which is vital.
But doesn't that also mean they have to invest time up front to integrate it properly?
Absolutely. It's a balancing act, initial investments for long-term gains.
I see what you mean. So if a company decides to adopt ONNX, that could shift their entire workflow.
Exactly. And they'll need their teams to be comfortable with all the changes that come with it.
This all leads me to wonder about the training resources available. Are they robust enough?
They provide documentation and YouTube tutorials, which is great. But is it enough for someone just starting out?
That's a valid concern. Maybe they should consider more interactive learning resources.
For sure, hands-on examples really help solidify understanding, especially in tech.
So to wrap this up, what do you think is the most exciting part about ONNX Runtime?
I'd say its cross-platform capabilities are a game changer. That could really democratize AI development.
Absolutely, but we should keep our eyes on how they handle potential pitfalls along the way.
Totally. It'll be fascinating to see how this unfolds in the coming months.
So how do we get people to engage with this? It feels like there's so much potential.
Maybe by encouraging feedback and discussions in their GitHub community. That could spark innovation.
I like that idea. Engaging the community could lead to some unexpected and exciting developments.
For sure. And that's what keeps the tech landscape so vibrant and full of surprises.
Exactly, it's like an ongoing adventure. Who knows what we'll discover next?